Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to another edition of Right Point of View, Bootleg Movie Reviews. And today we're reviewing the holiday movie, The Best Man Holiday.
That was such a wonderful movie. We just now seen it, so we're a little late on giving an update on it. But we have to say it was one of the best movies this year.
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was real good. I like how they brought the original cast back because the original Best Man Wedding, it came out, what, was that 10 years ago?
15 years ago.
15 years ago, so as far as sequels, that's a very long time span.
And everybody looks great.
Yeah, Black don't crack.
Black does not crack. Everyone looks the same as they did 15 years ago. Terrence Howard looks a little bit older. But like I said, everyone aged like fine wine. That's that beautiful black skin. And I loved every bit of the movie.
Yeah, the basic synopsis is Lance, played by Morris Chestnut, he's retiring from football, and they're getting everybody together at his house for Christmas, basically, getting the old gang back together. Everybody got kids, everybody's changed, their lives are different, so I like his character because at the beginning, he seemed like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Would you agree he was kind of asshole?
Well, he had a reason to be standoffish.
Well, you don't know when you first see it.
If you're familiar with the first one,
the best man fucked his wife.
Harper,
yeah,
who the movie is titled after, slept with his now wife who has a condition in the movie.
But what made it worse, he wrote a book, a fictional book, quote unquote, that told the story of them growing up in college, and the guy found out that parts of the book actually happened in real life.
But to find out more about that movie, you're going to have to go check out The Best Man. Because that was 15 years ago.
The Best Man?
No, just called The Best Man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we're not going to get all off into that. That was 15 years ago. If you don't know what that's about, sorry.
You don't need to see it.
But, well, go see it. It's a good movie.
I'm talking about you don't need to see it to get this movie, really.
Yeah. But it was I will say it was the typical movie. 30 minutes into the movie, it was very predictable of what was going to happen. We're not going to give too much away. But it was very predictable. Right. I knew what the end result was going to be. But these actors really brought their A game. I was proud of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I know this movie's going to open up a lot of doors for a lot of people. Regina Hall, you were great in it. It was nice seeing you in this. It kind of reminded me of her. One of my favorite movies of her is Scary Movie. When she had the candy camera in the movie theater around all the white people, she was talking that shit. And that white lady said, "Ma'am, can you be quiet?" She's like, "You on candy camera."
I got you.
And I kept on thinking about that character, so I was happy to see her, evolve into a woman and really, really bring that character Candy to life, because that character really wasn't somebody that was in the first one.
She was introduced towards the end of the movie.
She was introduced at the end, but she was not a main character. So it was nice to see how that relationship evolved. I could have did without the white man.
It wasn't really that big of a deal. It just seemed like his character was so out of place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they didn't write his character strong enough when they wrote the movie, but it just seemed like he just really didn't fit in nowhere.
And I have to disagree with that. I feel like his character was perfect for Jordan and who she is, high power, That kind of seemed like that fits with that. What I didn't like.
Why though?
Just because black women, and I don't know, I'm not speaking from, but black women portray when they get a success level that it's hard for them to find a man. They can't find a black man. They can't find this, that, and they venture off into the white man and try to see what that's about. It ain't nothing wrong with doing what you want to do and know what you got to do. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's for her character, I guess.
For her character,
but it was forced. I don't know if it was forced.
But I feel like they
just threw that in there.
It was very thrown in there. It didn't have no substance to it. We didn't get no relationship with them too. I didn't really feel like we got to know them as a couple. They didn't really expand on Jordan's character, and I'm really disappointed about that.
It's just kind of like they're trying to eat off the scandals, right that way. But anyway, and a scandal reference in the movie too. That's what made it corny.
Right.
Monica Calhoun had an excellent. She was the best one in the movie.
Proud Monica Calhoun. Yeah, we are proud of you. You have came from Sister Act to that.
She was a Sister Act? Goddamn.
Yeah, Sister Act with Lauryn Hill and then.
I gotta go back and watch that
shit now. Go back and watch Sister Act 2.
Okay.
Back to the Habit.
Hey, classic.
If you don't know what it is, but it's nice to see her from Players Club.
Yeah, I remember
to
Players
this
Club.
movie. She has really come a long way. Her and Morris Chestnut, they still have the same chemistry.
They did,
and I love their energy. I love their acting. Morris Chestnut, you did it for me in this movie. You acted.
I think this was his best since I don't want to say since Boys in the Hood, as far as memorable roles. I'm talking about memorable.
The only reason you remember him in Boys in the Hood is because he got shot.
The scene at the end of this movie, you know what I'm saying? The scene at the end, you know, when his friend had to come and console him, that was a good scene.
Yeah.
You know, that was acted and acted very well.
I feel like Morris Chestnut did a great job. Tay Diggs, he
did his
Harper, he was alright. Merch, it was nice to see his character look. They still had him all goofy and all scary and shit. He should have been able to stand up to the light-skinned Shelby, Puerto Rican bitch. Stand up to that bitch. You wasn't even with her. Why is you not standing up to her? And that's why your wife was cussing her out and beating her up, and that I loved her.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like they went ahead and cussed a lot of profanity in this movie. She said,
she said, I'm 5 seconds off her motherfucking ass. I like that, Virginia Hall. I mean, you gotta get... Sometimes you gotta get like that when people disrespect you. I'm not condoling, women just fighting for no reason. But that one was being disrespectful. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes you do. Terrence Howard was the funniest person in the movie to me. That nigga had me rolling through the whole shit. And I like how they inserted this comedy. It wasn't just over the top, you know what I'm saying? It was just some shit. Bam, we're gonna hit you with that. Bam, we're gonna hit you with that.
I feel like
he stepped his game up. He was the funniest thing in there. And then I'm thinking they might give him his own movie.
Funnier in other stuff.
Like what?
Hustle and Flow.
I don't think Hustle and Flow is not intended to be funny. It was just shit in Hustle and Flow they did that was funny.
Come on, man.
But yeah. Come on, man. You listen to my CD, Skinny Black?
One thing we want to say that we were confused by in the movie. The whole time we thought that the little Puerto Rican girl was Terrence Howard's daughter.
Baby or some weird thing from the first movie and the time that passed, and that
she was all giving him a hug at the funeral, wiping his tears, talking to him, and
playing with him, and
it was too much. We didn't understand that part. Maybe y'all left that kind of open because at the end he said he's gonna get married, blah blah blah.
Yeah, a sequel, but we ain't gonna.
I'm not really looking forward for a third sequel. I mean, Monica Calhoun died. I mean, the whole group is not together.
That's why I said
I don't like stuff
that last scene in the movie. I think they might be setting him up to have his own movie. They may bring characters back from the other one, but it probably won't be called the same thing.
Nobody wants to see Terrence Howard.
And white people like him.
Yeah, but not in the
they control the
best man.
Possibility. No. It depends on how much money the movie made at the box office. And it made a lot.
It made a lot, but the movie ain't even about him.
Yeah, but don't nobody. Who would you rather go see? A movie about him or another movie about Harper moping around and shit, trying to get?
I'd rather go see more movie about Harper and whatchamacallit with some real acting and shit. Terrence Howard was funny, but he really wasn't that funny, B. You put him up there like
you didn't laugh at none of the part.
I didn't laugh like I laughed at this at the end. I didn't laugh like that. You make it sound like it was super funny.
When he was getting high running around and shit, that shit was hilarious.
It was funny. It was a good black movie, but it just wasn't like, oh man, I've been laughing at this joke all day.
It's that SNL funny.
I couldn't even think about what the joke was. I mean, you see what I'm saying? It was a good comedy, black, nice film for black people, but it just wasn't laugh.
You don't think it had no longevity in its own series?
It just wasn't as funny as you tried to make it.
I was rolling off the parts. That was the only thing uplifting in the movie. Think about it. Everything else.
I like them crying ass sad.
The movie started off cool, but then it just took a
a
sad dip. It just went boom. You know what I'm saying? A tearjerker at the end.
But then I thought it was inappropriate for they at the funeral at the end where you're eating and fellowship with people after the funeral, and the little girl said, "Where my mommy?" and she in bed with Terrence Howard. That's not funny to me. You thought that was funny?
I did, because it happened again. We wasn't laughing because of the sake of the funeral.
I know that it happened again, but if I thought about the funeral. See how I think? People think I'm just a big bad wolf and a bad guy. Yeah. See how I think, America? I didn't think like y'all thought and just laugh because that happened before. I get it happened before. But this is a funeral. And the little girl didn't even know where her mama was. Her mom was in bed late the fuck up after her funeral.
New because she was a bad mother throughout the whole movie. So her doing that didn't do no damage to her character.
It didn't do no damage to her character, but damn, it's a funeral and your daughter was... Come on. You left her to go get some fucking... Come on. You left your daughter at the funeral
Okay, you do have a
reception
point.
hall
That is kind of
to
deep.
go get some dick.
Maybe she left
I thought that was
She might have left it
disrespectful.
with one of the other characters.
I'm sorry if the world doesn't think that. I felt that was
Yeah,
disrespectful.
that is disrespectful.
But other than that, I thought the movie was very good. It's a very great holiday movie. It's definitely a movie that I'm going to get in my collection once it comes on DVD. I will not be watching it on Bootleg.
Because that shit was just too sad.
We did watch it on Bootleg, but we will be getting the copy, the real copy. That is a black copy. So we have it in our black cinema. Please go out and support that by Bootleg, by renting it, or by going to the movies. However you can.
Right. And we're going to get it in, too. But yeah, please go see The Best Man. It's a good movie. Thank you for watching the review. And we'll be coming back with more reviews later.
We out.
Peace.